Well, I think the idea of islands in architecture was the most important things for me to think about. But actually in all pieces since the late 1980s, I was always trying to use space in a different way. So when I lived in Venice, the church was closed, but I was in a performance of Prometeo when I was very young. So this church remained in my brain. It was kind of engraved in my brain. It is incredible, beautiful reverb and space to listen to music. But one day I walked by and all of a sudden it was open again. Again I was in this space alone and there was nobody and I was just in my little desk like, and it was traveling around, said, oh my God, it's so transparent, it's so beautiful, I have to do something with that. So I said, okay, now this church is closed forever and I would like to do something like acoustical preservation. Because if the church is already lost, so at least we can capture the acoustics.
So we wanted to capture the acoustics of the Chiesa San Lorenzo. So we use 3D technology, this, what we call spherical microphone arrays. And we capture the room impulse response in time, frequency and space. And with a three-dimensional microphone array, we can capture not only the temporal distribution of the room impulse response, but also where the reflections come from. It's not static in space. There's a kind of energy fluctuation. So we can hear this in the recordings we made. We also made recordings in the church, 3D recordings, when a trombone player is playing and he makes this wow sound, and then in the late part of the sound travels in space. It's just to make the audience listen to the different spaces.
Herman Melville is very special to me, but of course to many people, like for example Pierre Boulez, because it's invention of a language in a time where it was not common to use different kind of styles. In this case, it is really like what did he do with the language and also the form. It's 10 islands which describe different kind of situations. Something that's social problems, or sometimes I really like about the water or the islands or the structure or the desert, the geology of something. So it's very heterogeneous. This is very close to what I was always trying to work, but that the heterogeneous form becomes one big form, and he really achieves that so well. So actually that's why I try to kind of, yes, take it from his language or his way of thinking and structure a book into this piece.